I stopped at a local thrift store recently and walked through the store, didn't find anything, and then as I was about to leave, I heard a lady at the counter shout at me, "Really? Nothing?" And I stopped, turned around, and I said, "No, I didn't find anything today." And she said, "Well, what are you looking for?" And I said, "Desk fans, table fans, oscillating type fans." And she said, "I ain't got no oscillating fans. Sold one Saturday. All I got's a regular fan." I said, "Okay, well, show me the regular fan then." And she said, "Well, I haven't cleaned it up yet. That's why I haven't put it out." And I said, "Okay, that's fine." And she reaches back and pulls this thing out from behind the counter, and which I would say is not a regular fan. If anything, this is a highly irregular fan, but to each their own. This is a Honeywell 3-speed reversible fan, and appears to have a rotating grill. So, which doesn't, this thing doesn't really seem to be lined up very well, so we'll have to deal with that later. But I'm guessing it's intended to be a window fan. I've never seen this before. I don't know anything about it. The back is all yellowed compared to the front. It's looks like the date is June 5th, 97, and the model is HW-612. It's got these tabs here. I'm not really sure what these are for, but they're all deteriorated. The fan seems to be heavily used, so I don't know how well it's going to perform even after I get it cleaned up. It does run though. She did turn it on. She plugged it in and ran it briefly so I could see the blade turn. So I know that it works, but I did notice something when I got it home that I did not notice when I was at the store. There's a snake skin in there. I don't see the snake, but there's snake skin in there. So I'm not gonna run this with that in there because it's gonna be turned into dust and then it's all gonna come blowing out at me, and who needs that? So I'm gonna try to disassemble this thing partially just to get that out of there. I don't know if I can hook it out. I think it's all just gonna break apart, and I don't really want to deal with that. So I think I'm gonna try to split this thing. I can take these screws out of the back and hopefully it just comes apart enough to get that out of there, and then we'll run it after that. But we will be back and ready to run the fan once I get the snake removed. Alright, well, that was simple enough. It all came out as one piece with needle nose pliers, so I didn't actually have to take the fan apart. The snake skin though seemed a little fresher than I thought it was, so that makes me a little nervous. Hopefully there's nothing else in there. But let's go ahead and run the thing. I've got it plugged in, and we're on fresh air, so it should come out this way, and we'll start it on high. It's running a little rough and it's shaking a little bit. Yeah, so I mean it's running, but it doesn't seem to be running at near the speed it should be on high speed. Here's the medium. Shaking mostly goes away. but this seems like what I would expect a low speed to be. So bearings are going to need to be cleaned up and oiled. I get the feeling it should probably run pretty fast. Pretty low. Yeah, and I mean, it slows down so much on low, it's not moving any air. It's really not even moving the meter, just barely. So I don't want to run it like that. Let's see what the spin down's like. Here's high again. Just give it a few seconds and see if it picks up speed. Kind of sounds like it's gaining speed. Not much though. Shut it off. Yeah, there's really no spin down there. So this thing should run really fast, I would think, on high speed, and then it should have a nice long spin down, and it doesn't either. So let's switch it to exhaust and run it on high. It runs faster on exhaust. That seems more like it. Medium. Yeah, it's not moving much air on the exhaust, but it seems like it runs faster. Here's low. Okay, now here's the high speed exhaust. Just sounds different because it's running reverse and off. Okay, well, this thing needs a good cleaning, and motor could really use some oil, but it's a really cool fan. I don't know why you can't buy fans like this anymore. I think that this is a really great concept for a fan, like just like a 12-inch single blade reversible fan. I don't know why you can't find these. You don't see more of these in stores, but here's one from the 90s, 1997, by Honeywell. Thank you for watching.